The 2025 Ford Explorer gets a much-needed update to stay competitive with rivals like the Kia Telluride. It's also priced well and now comes packed with a lot of cool features to mark its name as a solid option in the very crowded three-row SUV market. Let's start with what's under the hood. Most versions of the 2025 Ford Explorer come with a 2.3-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine that delivers an appealing 300 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a smooth-shifting 10-speed automatic transmission, the Explorer offers both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive options throughout the lineup. Thanks to the solid powertrain, 0 to 60 miles per hour still takes around 6.8 seconds in this version. If you're after a more thrilling, high-performance ride, the Explorer ST is where things get exciting. It packs a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 that cranks out an impressive 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Whether you choose rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you get the same 10-speed automatic transmission. Ford also lets you enjoy this powerhouse engine in the more luxurious Platinum trim if you want to take it a step further. The most fuel-efficient 2025 Ford Explorer models come with rear-wheel drive and the turbocharged four-cylinder engine, which is rated at 21 miles per gallon in the city and 28 miles per gallon on the highway. Choosing all-wheel drive lowers both figures by 1 mile per gallon. If you choose the twin-turbo V6, you'll see ratings of up to 18 miles per gallon city and 26 miles per gallon highway with rear-wheel drive, and 18 miles per gallon city and 24 miles per gallon highway with all-wheel drive. For detailed information on the Explorer's fuel economy, be sure to check out the EPA's website. But wait, there's more! For 2025, Ford has equipped the Explorer with its BlueCruise hands-free highway driving assist system, starting from the ST line trim and up. This latest version, BlueCruise 1.2, brings some cool new features to the table. One of the impressive upgrades is the ability to perform automatic lane changes. You just need to tap the turn signal, and the Explorer will safely switch lanes if it's clear. Another nice touch is how it subtly shifts within the lane to create more space between you and any large trucks that might be a little too close for comfort. The system makes highway driving much more relaxing, but it's still not quite as polished as GM's Super Cruise. Still, it's a big step forward in convenience, as it offers a largely stress-free driving experience. But unlike some other systems, BlueCruise is a subscription service. You can pay upfront for the first year at a discounted $700 or try it free for 90 days before committing to $800 a year or $75 a month. The flexibility is nice. You can reactivate it just for those long road trips without paying for a whole year if you don't need it. The 2025 Ford Explorer comes standard with 3 rows and seating for 7, though it falls slightly short of some rivals that can squeeze in 8. If you prefer a bit more comfort, you can go for second-row captain's chairs, which reduces seating capacity to 6, but gives everyone a little more room to breathe. Up front, passengers enjoy 43 inches of legroom, while those in the second row get a comfortable 39 inches, which makes it roomy enough for road trips without feeling cramped. Overall, it keeps the same layout as last year's model, but with the refreshed design and added features. It feels like a nice upgrade without losing any of the Explorer's practicality. Choosing the captain's chairs also opens up a pass-through to the third row, which gives those in the back a bit more legroom, especially handy for taller passengers. If the folks in the second row are willing to slide their seats forward a bit, and there's plenty of space for that, third-row riders can stretch out even more. The dimensions of the new Explorer are identical to last year's model, which keeps it a sizable SUV. To be exact, it stretches about 198 inches in length, with an overall width of 78 inches without the mirrors. It stands 69 inches tall and has a wheelbase of 119 inches, which gives it that familiar, sturdy presence on the road. As far as cargo space, nothing has changed here either. Finding truly practical 7- or 8-seater SUVs can be a challenge, since the third row often takes a bite out of cargo space. In the case of the Explorer, you're looking at just 16 cubic feet of storage with all seats in use, just about what you'd find in a typical sedan. But when you fold down the rear seats, which lay completely flat, that expands to a much more impressive 46 cubic feet. And if you need even more space, the second row seats fold down as well and create a generous 85 cubic feet of cargo room, which is quite reasonable for a midsize SUV. The ground clearance remains at 7.9 inches, which is decent for light off-roading. Speaking of upgrades, for 2025, the Ford Explorer lineup has been slimmed down to just 4 trims: the base, active, ST Line, ST, and the top-tier Platinum. Prices start at $41,350 and can climb to $57,100 depending on how you spec it. With the mid-level limited model no longer available, the ST line is probably the sweet spot. It gives you the sporty looks of the ST along with the standard 300 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder engine, but cost almost $11,000 less than the performance-focused ST. The ST line also steps up with 20-inch painted alloy wheels and still tows up to 5,000 pounds, matching the V6 models. Plus, it unlocks some cool features like the optional BlueCruise hands-free driving system and a slick black painted roof, which you can't get on the base Active. Inside, you get premium touches like a 12-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, a sporty flat-bottom steering wheel, heated second-row seats, and power folding mirrors. For an extra $2,000, adding all-wheel drive would be a smart move too, especially if you want more traction in tricky conditions. Ford has finally addressed one of the biggest complaints about the previous model's cabin and spiced things up for the 2025 model year. The old boring look is now gone, and in its place is a far more refined and inviting cockpit that finally feels competitive with others in its class. Ford got rid of the dull, grainy black plastic and replaced it with a fresh design and soft touch materials wherever your hands might land. It now feels more like a cozy lounge than a typical SUV interior, even giving off a bit of a home theater vibe. At the base level, it features cloth upholstery in a sleek, ultra-dark space gray. But if you're looking for something more luxurious, you can choose Active X Leatherette, which is available in a lighter light space gray. This vegan material comes standard in the ST line and ST trims, but is only offered in the onyx color. Once you move up to the Platinum trim, the interior color options change dramatically with genuine leather seats. Here you can choose from Miko micro-perforated leather as standard or upgrade to Tri-Diamond micro-perforated inserts with the Luxe Leather package for an additional $1,695. The Miko leather comes in a stylish Mojave dusk, while the upgraded option features a refined salt crystal gray. As a family-friendly vehicle, the Explorer is designed with plenty of handy storage options to keep things organized. You'll find 10 cup holders, 4 door pockets, 2 seat back pockets, and a glove box to help manage your belongings. While the second-row captain's chairs are comfortable, they come with just one armrest, and the storage cubby underneath is a bit limited, but at least there's a small bin in the back of the armrest for second-row passengers. One of the coolest updates is how the speakers are hidden behind fabric on the dash, which is almost like a sound bar flanking the 2 digital screens, one for infotainment, the other for the instrument panel. Below the main screen, you'll find a handy shelf with enough space to store 2 phones. And if your Explorer comes with it, that's where the wireless charger should be. Plus, there's still a physical volume knob and a row of buttons for easy control, which makes things even more practical. On the outside, the new Explorer may seem like the same familiar SUV, but if you look closer, you'll notice some subtle but effective updates. The overall design hasn't changed much, but Ford has made some styling tweaks that give the Explorer a fresh, modern feel without losing its signature look. The most noticeable update is the larger grille that gives the front end a bolder, more aggressive vibe, which is a big trend across SUVs these days. Each trim level also gets its own unique grille design to add a bit of a personal touch to each version. Up front, you'll also find newly redesigned LED headlights, along with larger air curtains placed lower on the fascia for a wider, more planted stance. Around back, the liftgate has been reworked with sleek LED taillights that stretch from the corners and blend into the nameplate across the center. It's not a radical redesign, but a smart refresh of an already stylish SUV that still looks undeniably Ford. Now let's move on to the tech. Ford's new Ford Digital Experience infotainment system in the 2025 Explorer brings your drive to a whole new level. The centerpiece is the impressive 13.2-inch touchscreen, which not only handles all the typical vehicle functions, but also incorporates the apps and services you'd use on your phone or even your TV. You get wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa, and Google built in as standard. With access to Google Play, you can stream music and videos from platforms like YouTube, Peacock, and Prime Video. If you also need to get some work done, the WebEx app lets you hop into conference calls, with video while parked and audio only when driving. That said, the system might feel a bit too digital for some taste. HVAC controls are embedded in the touchscreen, which could be a hassle when you just want to adjust the temperature quickly. But for tech enthusiasts, this system might be it. For audio, it comes with a standard 6-speaker audio system. But if you're looking for something better, the higher trims come with Bang & Olufsen setups. The ST line features a 10-speaker system, while the ST steps it up to 12 speakers. And the Platinum trim comes with an impressive 14-speaker audio arrangement. As for safety, the 2025 Ford Explorer earns Top Safety Pick Plus from the IIHS, thanks to improved crash protection. Even the base model of the Explorer is well equipped with Ford Co-Pilot 360 Assist Plus, which is a strong suite of driver assistance features. This includes essentials like a rear-view camera, lane keeping assist, evasive steering assist, adaptive cruise control, pre-collision alerts with automatic braking, blind spot monitoring, rear parking sensors, rear cross-traffic alert, automatic high beams, and Pro Trailer Backup Assist. All models also come standard with ABS, stability control, and 7 airbags for some extra protection.